Hey everyone, it's January the 5th, 2024, up here at my favorite spot. Thought I'd shoot a little update on the Rusi KRY 200. It's a 2022 model. I bought a brand new last year, about 8 months ago now, approximately. I think I got about 500 kilometers on it or something, a little under 500. So the most recent updates give you an update. I try to do something on it, a minimum of once a month to sometimes every week. So the latest thing I've done is I've sent off my suspension to Richard over in Mindanao. He's like a Philippine guru on suspension, rebuilds a lot of all kinds of different model bikes. Doesn't really much matter, but anyhow, I purchased some new KRY stock suspension, then he modified it. He polishes the legs and slider rods inside, makes them smoother. He puts on stiffer seals on the forks. So he put a 3.5 inch extension. If you want more information on his work, he's on Facebook. I think he's on YouTube as well. But he does a lot of videos on Facebook and shows his work and stuff. So he's pretty good. Although I've had a few minor issues we're trying to work out, make sure the fork's aligned. And I'm trying, it's early on, so, but Richard continues to work even though, I've got a couple little issues. But so anyhow, I'm up to, I think stock was 8 inches, went to 12 inches on the front suspension. And on the back, he gave me another inch of longer rod, so another inch of travel approximately. It might be multiplied a little bit because what moves here up at the shock gets multiplied usually down at the drop out there. So I might be 7.5 or 8 inches of travel in the back or something, but he says it's balanced, and I think it is. I think the feel's a little different, but I think the bike is balanced in handling, except if you hit big bumps. I think there's going to be more of a variant, but I'm not a racer anymore, and I'm just trying to improve this model and playing with the Rusi. I do it if it was a KTM or a Honda or Kawasaki, I'd still be modifying this or that. It's what guys do, and so I'm just trying to take an inexpensive bike and play with it and see what can be done with it. So just having fun. So got that done. That was fairly pricey, but again, I got extra. That's not just modifying, that's new shock and fork, and then tearing it all apart and customizing it. I believe he went with 7 weight oil instead of 10 weight oil. New bushings, like I said, and things like that, seals. So you'd have to get with him, and I can't remember everything he's done with it. But anyhow, I think the back's pretty good. The front's kind of still chattery on the small stuff. The big stuff, I think the front's again, I'm not racing or motocrossing. I'm just riding up some rough roads and a few trails here and there. So I think the big hit and big, deep, in and out mud puddles that are, especially if they're dry or something, it eats up really good. So sharp impacts are not bad either. So then I went with this 12. You can kind of see it maybe in there. Today I just got that. I had a 3 LED. I went to a 12 45 watt draw, 45,000 lumens bulbs. The other one I think was 30,000 and had 3 LEDs. So I whatever 4 times the I believe that is 4 times the LEDs. So because I was still struggling a little bit. I'm just older, and the roads around here and the trails are hard to see. It's want as much light as possible, because if you make a mistake, I'll take you over here at the edge. So as if you ever run off a trail or road, quite likely one side is going to be like this. Big 50, 100 foot 200-foot drop into the valley. So it wouldn't be very fun not to see and run off the road. So that's the big news, I think, from the last update I did on the Rusi here. So continues to run real well. I think one of the best mods I did with this is the CPO carburetor. You can kind of see it there. Highly recommended. It's 30 millimeter. They claim it's like a racing carburetor. I think I gave 1,500 pesos, so I think that's something like 25 bucks or something. Then I put a radiator hose for a custom boot to get everything lined up. Still connected to the air box, so nice, kind of a stock setup. So that seems to be really have made the most difference. Starts without choke, very easy, runs clean. Really revs out, I think 9, 10, 11,000 RPM, somewhere up there. I don't know, it gets shaky, and I think it's tops out around 9 or 10 grand. So that's good. Still, so suspension's a big news, big ticket item. Things I'm working on in the future is, let's see, we're doing the gearing, probably go 1348 or 6, like a DID did chain and aluminum sprocket of some sort, maybe the steel outer ring. Oh, another big ticket item, not so much money wise, but going with a hydraulic clutch. This is not, but as this one really is fairly stiff. I got a Sniper 155 springs, which are a little shorter and stiffer, so takes quite a bit of pull. So I'll let you know on the hydraulic clutch. It just goes down, and then it's cable or metal activated to the arm down here. So that's coming in today or tomorrow, so I'll have that on next week and give you a review on that. I think that was 1,500 pesos, again 25-30 bucks for that. So hydraulic clutch, got the bulb in today, ordered them at the same time, so I can see if it gets laid out. The other night I drove home with the stock bulb, and I couldn't see a thing. It was aimed up in the trees, so we lowered it down with the adjustment there, as you see it, which made a big difference to have light pointing on the ground versus up in the trees, ha ha ha. But still didn't seem as bright as a car light. Very close, but a car actually has 2 of them. So, but this one I just got it on today, so. But it should be much brighter, going from 3 LEDs to 12, and I think 30,000 lumens to 45,000 lumens. So it seems like it's a better quality and should be substantially brighter, but it seemed like it in the shop. But so that's it. Looking to go with a different tire. I'm not so keen on this tire. The front end seems to be vague and wander around off stuff, so I haven't, still getting the suspension dialed in, but I think the lots this tire casing and the tread pattern or something is just not agreeing with me. So we're looking at like a Bridgestone X31, I think it's called, Battle Cross or something is the new one, or the 59 Battle Cross Bridgestone, or the IRC V40. I hear some good things about that. Just something better. This is kind of a local moto tire or something. The back's okay, but the front, I just can't live with it. So it's got decent tread left on it, but as soon as I can get another tire, this is gone. So I just like playing with stuff. So yeah, carburetor, hand guards, want to get with quick throttle. Once again, on a low powered bike, at least for me, this is low powered, to 200 4-stroke. When you try to get back here so you can see, when you twist the throttle, because you're really always twisting the throttle a lot, you have to really roll your wrist. See, I'm still not full throttle. There's full throttle. And so if you get a quarter throttle, it's exactly what it says. You twist it like this much, and you're at full throttle, so a lot less, instead of almost one, 3/4 of a turn around, you go a quarter of a turn. So much easier to ride and don't have to twist your wrists so much. So getting one of them one of these days. The trick is I have to get the switch here, the off and on switch and the starter switch are built into this one, so we have to come up with a different switch. So we're struggling with getting that combo. So then I'm going to get a lithium battery. I keep calling it a LED battery, but it's lithium. Lighten it up. That's we weighed that, and it's like over 4 pounds lighter than the stock one. So wanting to do that because the next point, everything I do is either to make it better or lighter. So it's a pretty heavy bike. When we did the forks, I found that these were made of steel. These aren't even aluminum, so that's a chunk of weight. I think this may even be steel. I'm not sure. I didn't take a magnet to it, and plus there's steel inside. But yeah, the bike's a heavy bike for a 200. I would say it's, my guess would be 325 pounds would be a guess for a 200. That's pretty heavy because my 650, Honda 650L, they both feel about the same weight to me, and it was maybe 330, 350. So this feels similar to me. It's been a long time since I've had it, but continue to love the LED tail light. That's slick. That's the plate there. Don't read it, everybody. Ha ha ha. And the LED turn signals. The styling, it keeps impressing me whenever I look at other bikes. The Honda and the Kawasaki 300s and KTMs. I think they did a good job on the styling. So, but obviously in a few areas the quality is not quite the same. So just living with it. Like I said, would I want to seriously race on it? No, but ride around the mountains like I do and up the roads. I'm 61, ready to turn 62. I think it's a pretty good bike. So if you have any questions, let me know. So Richard over in Mindanao here in the Philippines is one of the local experts here in the Philippines. So he's very well known and very reputable, and it's my first dealing with him. So went from 8 to 12 inches in the front with 3-inch extenders, and we went another longer rod, 1-inch longer rod in the back. Same shocks, and then he just uses higher quality seals front and back, and lighter weight and higher quality oil. I think it's like Maxima or some suspension. I've heard of it. I can't think of it right now. I think it's Maxis or Maximum oils or something. So a good quality oil, and he says I should get at least 4 or 5 years out of the suspension, so before I should have any problems. So we'll see. I think the critical thing people don't realize on the front when you do suspension is make sure when these forks aren't pinched together towards the tire. So how you do that is you loosen these pinch bolts, and this fork should slide on this axle here back and forth, and you let that self-align. Then your final thing is you tighten this up, and you can see it's still a little loose there in the middle, so it's not really binding, because you want the forks to be parallel going up and down. You don't want them pinched in here at the bottom. It's hard to demonstrate because I'm holding the phone, but you want it straight up and down, not tapered in where the axle is cramping the fork, because then your fork doesn't slide through the bushings up here cleanly, and you get a harsh feeling fork or a ill handling fork. So you want to always make sure that the axle's got a little float in it. Not really play, but it's self-aligns. A lot of people just get that bolt, or they hammer it in, or they just put it together and don't pay attention to it. But yeah, put it up on a stand, or compress the suspension a few times, or hit the front brake up on a stand and let it self-align, and then tighten up these 2 bolts, the last thing, and then you should be good to go. At least that's what I know. So, but if you have any comments, so new LED bulb today, 45,000 lumens, draws 45 watts. Got the suspension last week, or the week before, a week and a half ago. So the back seems really quite good for what it is, and the front still having some issues with, so we may take out some preload on it and soften it up. It just doesn't eat the small bumps as well as I would like these you know, rocks here going up the road. You can kind of see them here off this little chunk. It just doesn't react well to them. It just really fills them. It gets you cut, of course, soft line. Of course, I think the tire may be doing something, but I still think the fork's a little harsh. Now on the big stuff, like if you hit that bump up the road, you just, you know, eats it up really well. But it's these little rocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4-inch rocks. It really shakes you around quite a bit, so it's not so good on that. Back end eats it up pretty good, so probably more happy with the back. So we'll see how we can get that fixed. So let me know about your Rusi or your thoughts if you have any questions. This video is a little longer because I get talkative about the motorbikes. I'm pretty passionate about it in the past, and still am today, 30, 40 years later. So thanks for watching, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, and everybody's on their way to a fabulous 2020-24. So thanks for watching. That's it from Terry's Philippine Journey. The Rusi up here in Barotac, Viejo, Santiago, Philippines. Looks like we're getting ready to maybe have a little shower. A couple dark clouds coming in. So fortunately, I'm very close to the house, so I shouldn't get too wet. So thanks for watching. That's it. That's the latest on the Rusi. I'll probably be making a video every week or two on it here as we progress with the customization and what I find right, bad, and good on it. So thanks for watching. Take care.